Tomorrow, a special grand jury will start meeting to investigate whether former President Trump and his allies attempted to overturn his 2020 election loss. Fulton County's District Attorney Fani Willis considering a range of charges, including racketeering. The jury will meet behind closed doors, but Joe Henke spent today learning more about how the process will play out. Really interesting stuff here, Joe.
It is, Sheba. And to learn more about the process, I talked with Danny Porter, Gwinnett County's former district attorney. In our conversation, he told me special grand juries are rare. In his nearly 30 years as DA, he only called one special grand jury.
To a certain extent, we were making it up as we went along because there's not a lot of law on it.
Danny Porter says he used a special grand jury in Gwinnett County from 2009 into 2010 to investigate county land acquisition deals.
We were looking into possible criminal activity, so there were a lot of people who would not come in without a subpoena.
It is similar to Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis's investigation. Certain witnesses have told Willis they would only testify if subpoenaed. Willis called the special grand jury to investigate possible attempts to overturn Georgia's 2020 election, including the famous call from President Donald Trump to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger.
I just want to find 11,780 signatures.
Why is a senator from South Carolina calling the Secretary of State in Georgia anyway?
Because the future of the country hangs in the balance.
Willis is also looking at a call between U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham and Raffensperger, U.S. Attorney B.J. Pack's abrupt post-election resignation, and comments made during elections hearings at the state capitol.
There's going to be a certain amount of fact-finding going on as they receive testimony.
A special grand jury looks at one case and allows the DA to force witnesses to appear in court so an investigation can move forward. One witness's testimony can lead to more subpoenas.
There's new information they didn't know about. They will follow up on that and subpoena documents or individuals.
The grand jury will eventually send a report to Willis with recommendations for the case, but it could be some time until the public sees the report.
If the DA decides to move forward with criminal charges based on the recommendation of the special grand jury, then it remains confidential until the case is disposed of.
And this will be a long process. Porter, while not involved in this case, said anyone expecting to see this grand jury wrap up its work before next year is, quote, wildly optimistic. Today, we received copies of the subpoenas for a handful of witnesses. Coming up at 6, we'll have a look at some of the people the jury expects to hear from.